I think there are some really positive developments. I think the field has increased significantly in terms of the number of people writing on Central Asia, especially about Kyrgyzstan. And there's, I think, a lot more kind of sophistication in terms of the sorts of topics that people are addressing, the kind of theoretical tools and things that people are using. It's intellectually really exciting. I really appreciate the fact that there are several participants from the former Yugoslavia, and it's very interesting hearing about civil society in Serbia, in Slovenia and so on. I find this kind of contrast very interesting. I also really enjoy the fact that there are both analysts, scholars and activists. There was a very interesting roundtable yesterday evening, the first day of the conference, on civil society in Kyrgyzstan, which I think illuminated a lot of the pressures that the non-governmental sector is under in contemporary Kyrgyzstan. So I think, it's a very uplifting conference, but there's also lots of sort of challenges that it illuminates, and in particular facing civil society activists at the moment.
I work primarily on various manifestations of citizenship and civic activism, if you want, but also on social movements. I'm interested in how they see new types of democracy, how this society should look like. And therefore I'm quite interested in movements such as Occupy or a student movement that experiment in horizontal democracy, but also in movements that question a socioeconomic setup of our society. What would be a society we aspire to have? So therefore I was quite intrigued by this conference on civil society and the concept of civil society and how to reimagine civil society today.
It's really an interdisciplinary conference that brought together journalists, anthropologists, sociologists, political scientists and many others, I think, who are interested in questions of what is a civil society? Is it just organizations, non-governmental organizations, right, who are actively involved in politics, or does it actually include many other actors?
So I'm really interested in discussing ideas that are pertinent to civil society. What civil society means, it's very much a contested term that needs to be dealt with and understood, especially in light of recent circumstances of social unrest, the movement of popularism, isolationism, and these various trends that are kind of ominous in our world today. So that's what my background is, and my presentation at the conference, and I'm really delighted to be here. It's a beautiful campus, wonderfully organized conference. So I'm delighted to be participating, so thank you for that. Also, I'm going to be contributing the idea of that pedagogy, or the methods of teaching, the methods of understanding culture, pertain and are infused in the very development of what we mean by civil society. So the microcosm is the macrocosm, meaning how we understand civil society and relate to each other in a classroom setting or any setting relates to how we get along should get along globally. So one mirrors the other.
As you know, it's not the first time when AUCA hosts international conferences. However, this event is a very unique one. It is such a rare academic platform in Central Asia, where we can, get together and discuss different civil society related issues, come up with the thought-provoking ideas, share our experiences in all the complexities and understandings of civil society from theoretical perspectives as well as from praxis-based perspectives. This 2 days conference is actually a very kind of intense conference where we have different kind of people from practice and from academia, and they come from very different parts of the world. And we hope, as organizers of this conference, that all these efforts that we put together with the Open Society Foundation and with the AUCA in general would bring very interesting discussions and results of what do we know about civil society and the concept of civil society in this 21st century.